Are you ready for my last perfume tray for this year? So this is going to be my December perfume tray. And I told you in my last most warm perfumes video that I have been sick the last couple of days or the last week. So I still don't feel 100. So I'm gonna be a little bit quick and simple today. So I have my list here of the perfumes that I will put on my tray. The first one is a repeater, which is Vanilla Haze by Fugazzi. I just talked about that, so I'm not gonna be elaborate about it. This one is such a beautiful vanilla. It has something of a simple vanilla scent that is sweet and cozy, but it has something spicy and a little bit more deep to it as well. I think it is the amber and the caramel, making it a little bit more dark and even like smoky, spicy, as I said. But there's also hazelnut and almond and coconut milk in here. It's super yummy and cozy, but not too much. So I did enjoy it in November, and I'm sure I will enjoy it in December. The next one is a classic, but I feel like it is what I was searching for when I talked about those new winter perfumes I'm craving, but I don't really know what it is. So this one is Jo Malone, Myrre and Tonka. And this one is a Myrre and Tonka scent. I love the note of myrrh. It's so precious, it's so beautiful, it's slightly spicy, it's warm, it's mysterious. I love to mix it with other notes. Tonka is a little bit more challenging for me a lot of times, but in here it's just so smooth. I always think of Christmas when I think of this perfume. For some reason, it reminds me almost of like a church, but like a closed church during the Christmas season, and it's like a really crisp winter day, and it's snowing, and there is a forest around it. Like for some reason, I imagine those things in my head. I don't know why, but it's like a cool, fresh winter perfume that's actually heartwarming and comforting at the same time. I don't know how to explain it, but to me, this is so special. I have nothing like that in my collection, and I still love it years later. It's such a staple in my collection, and it's always something I gravitate towards. Doesn't matter in which phase I am at the moment. It's always my style. It's never too much. It's never too resinous, or the Tonka's never too sweet, too almondy or something like that. No, it's always beautiful. It's subtle and goes perfectly with those other subtle perfumes I have been talking about the last couple of months. Just like Emanuelle II by Trussardi. This is from the Privé collection. And this one I actually have not been wearing a ton this year at all. This one is a masterpiece. There is another one that I just got, and when I smelled that other one that is new, I was like, this reminds me of something. It's good. It's actually really good, but it reminds me of something. And then I thought, oh, it smells a little bit like Emanuelle, and that one was first. So this one is such a special perfume. It has some crazy notes. It has hazelnut, coffee, and cinnamon in combination with tuberose, jasmine, and coconut, and then vanilla, musk, and cedarwood. So this sounds crazy, and it does smell like tuberose, and I'm not the biggest tuberose fan, but to me tuberose can be like hit or miss, and if it's a hit, it's usually something very special, very, very innovative, and then I love it a lot. And this one, for that reason, is not a perfume I'm wearing 24/7, but I do enjoy it a lot, and it's again a very subtle, well-made, beautiful perfume that just screams my name a lot. It reminds me a little bit of Nutella, the chocolate nut hazelnut spread, but with something perfumey on top. So it has those gourmand aspects again, and it's super cozy and creamy and sweet, but not too much. And the bottle is beautiful. Then I have Soie Malaquais by Dries van Noten again on my list. And I have to say, I wrote this list a couple of days ago when I wasn't sick. So it must be like 1.5 weeks ago, I would say. I was like, oh, what am I in the mood for? And then now that I see it, I'm like, wow. So Vanilla, Haze, and Soie Malaquais are, as you can see, my clear favorites at the moment. I told you about Soie Malaquais before, so this is also a very special perfume. It's chestnut and blackcurrant. There's a rose in there. It's very hard to describe. It's just a masterpiece. It's fresh, it's creamy, it's subtle, it's fresh, it's a little sweet and a little special. It smells quite niche. It looks absolutely stunning and I cannot get enough of it, to be frank. Okay, then I have another one. I have like my little family of perfumes that all smell a little bit gourmandy, but still perfumey, not too much, never too much, but still potent enough for me. This one is Changing Constance, and this is so funny because I've had this perfume for years and I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. And then I discovered it again and fell head over heels in love with it and cannot stop wearing it. So this one is cardamom and pepper, salty caramel, vanilla, cashmere, and tobacco. So yeah, very crazy notes, and I don't usually love caramel, salty caramel perfumes, but in here it's crazy because Penhaligon's to me is not like a salty caramel perfume house, if you know what I mean. They are known for their very well-made, more classic perfumes in my opinion. And so when I saw salty caramel, I was like, I don't know. But this is the most beautiful cardamom perfume. It reminds me a lot of Minuit et Demi by Fragrance du Bois in collaboration with Demi. And they have something in common, for sure. They're like cousins, I would say. And this one is salty caramel, yes, but it's not the synthetic, super sticky caramel. It's just like a, you know, it's a little bit like at the ferry when you get this sugar fluff. What is the name of this fluff called? If you would have this with the flavor of salty caramel, that's what the caramel smells like, or like a salted caramel marshmallow. More like this, more airy and light, but still smellable. And then you have the vanilla, the cashmere, making it a little bit more sweet and smooth. It's not a creamy scent. And the pepper aspects and the cardamom definitely make it a spicy perfume, but the other ones pull the spiciness down a little bit. The tobacco I don't really get, but maybe it's this special note that I do get. So it's super special to me. It's super beautiful. And with this one, I always get compliments. And then I have 2 Tom Ford perfumes. The first one is a classic. It's Tobacco Vanille, but I think it is my favorite Tom Ford fragrance. It's just so good. It is a tobacco and vanilla scent. The tobacco is like a white tobacco, like super light and not like smoky, more dry. And the vanilla is super sweet and creamy. And then you get those dry fruits that almost feel like they are mixed in with some booze, like swimming in some booze. And it's just so good. It's so comforting. It reminds me so much of the Christmas market. Super unisex if you like sweet vanilla scents, but this one is just a classic. It's a beast mode, I would say. It's very strong. You can spray it, I would say, like 2 to 4 times, and people will smell you the whole day. You will smell yourself the whole day. It's very expensive, but very worth it, in my opinion. The next one is Soleil Neige, which is from Tom Ford. And this is also from the private collection. And this one is my second favorite, I would say. Super underrated, not popular at all, it seems to me. But still, they just released a parfum version of that, which I'm super interested in, but I haven't smelled it before. So this one is floral, creamy, sweet, with notes of bergamot and carrot seed, jasmine, rose, orange blossom, musk, benzoin, labdanum, and vanilla. It means, I don't know what it exactly means, if it's like sun snow or snowy sun, but it does remind me of winter time. It's a very cold, crisp perfume that still has some warmth to it to make it a little bit more appealing and happy. So in that sense, I get the name totally, 100%, but I don't know what they meant by it. But this one is so good. This is one of those perfumes where I'm like, I don't really get this and this and this note. It's just like a composition that I really do enjoy. It's a very smooth, subtle, quiet scent. This to me is like quiet luxury. You smell luxurious, you smell so rich in notes, and it's so well made, but so quiet. Doesn't have to be loud and out there. It's just so beautiful. As I said, it has this freshness and this coldness, I guess, from the bergamot. But then, I mean, do you see bergamot and benzoin and labdanum in combination? Not that often, I guess. So bergamot is like really citrusy and fresh and cold, I guess. I don't know what karma floor is. That one is in there as well. But then these resinous notes like labdanum or benzoin and benzoin are such an opposite of that. And maybe that's what the name suggests. And I just cracked the code. But yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I have this travel size of both of those perfumes. And actually, I have quite a lot in both of them still. So yeah, I will definitely wear it. It's so comforting, yet fresh. And basically exactly what I'm craving at the moment. And the last one is Lovefest Burning Cherry. I have to be honest, I was on the hunt for this perfume for weeks. I told you that I have like a new perfume closet and everything was scattered around, something here, something upstairs and there and here. And so some perfumes got a little lost. And this one got lost. And I mean, I'm not in my cherry phase at the moment. I feel like there are so many cherry perfumes and a lot of them smell quite alike that I don't really feel like, oh yeah, today I'm going to wear this and not this because of whatever. And in my collection at least, Lovefest Burning Cherry is one of the only cherry perfumes that doesn't smell like everything else because it has this smokiness about it and it is a little bit more light. A lot of those cherry perfumes are combined with tonka bean or almonds, exactly, or vanilla, and they are quite thick in consistency. And this one feels a little bit more light and refreshing, more not like a cherry liquor or syrup or compote, more like a cherry water. Like if you have like an infused cherry water, more like that. It's beautiful and it's not the most long-lasting perfume to ever exist, but I haven't been wearing it a lot, so I'm curious to see if it maybe is now a little bit more strong. I will let you know. So these were all of the perfumes I really want to wear in December. Let's see how I will do. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!